Hello everyone, this is Maurizio, editor-in-chief of Power Electronics News, and I am here at PCIM showing in Nuremberg, and I have the pleasure to be here with Andrea Lucaroni, Business Development Manager at EDA Industries. Ciao Andrea,
Ciao,
how is
ciao
going?
Maurizio. Very well, very well. And also the first impression I received from PCIM are very good. So we had a lot of expectation from these 3 days in Nuremberg.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Thank you, Andrea, for your time. I have prepared a couple of questions for you.
Yeah.
So let's start with an introduction. So could you briefly share your background and highlight the main areas of expertise that define your professional path?
Yeah. So first of all, let me thank you. Thanks also Aspencore.
No problem.
Yeah, for giving us the opportunity to update, to provide an update about EDA Industries at such an important event as PCM. What about me in few words? So by now, many years ago, let me say, I hold a degree in electronics engineering with a specialization in telecommunication.
Yeah.
Then after the graduation, I followed master's in economics and
Great.
telecommunication held at the Area Science Park in Trieste. Immediately after, I began my career in the telecommunication field, with focusing on mobile terminal testing. It was the period, the boom of the GSM and 3G techno network starting appearing. So a lot of a lot of time
Good.
ago. Then, since 2007. I have been active in the semiconductor testing field.
Yeah.
Firstly, 2 years in the supply chain, then I moved to the sales and BD department. So, and in 2023, May 2023, so 2 years ago, I joined EDA, where I'm in charge for these business development activities, focusing not only, of course, on the acquisition of new customer,
Yeah.
but also on the introduction of new advanced solution, especially for wide bandgap devices. If I had to indicate one key word to describe my experience over the past 25 years, I would certainly say testing.
Okay.
Testing on telecommunication, testing on semiconductor. Probably it will be the same. I hope
Probably.
For the coming years.
Yeah, good. Thank you, Andrea. Great. So this is great topics that you have shared. So let's talk about your company, EDA Industries. So EDA Industries is an engineering company. So in the production of burn-in and test equipment for the semiconductor industry. I know also for wide band gap, but before focusing on wide band gap, so can you explain EDA Industries' main business goals?
Yeah.
It's technological expertise in wafer and packaging level, for example, and also the vision of the company, investment over the medium term.
Yeah. So I would like to start from the fact that EDA started its activities more than 30 years ago.
Okay.
More than
Nice.
More before the wide bandgap devices appeared on the semiconductor scenario. No? And since the beginning, EDA provided a fully integrated burn-in and testing solution, covering, let me say, the entire value chain of the semiconductor, from the design stage to the reliability to the production environment.
Okay.
And our strength, for sure, is the in-house development of the three most important platforms. I'm referring to the electrical test platform, the thermal platform, and also the software platform, both in terms of operating system and data collecting and analysis tool.
Good.
I could define this approach, let me say, an holistic approach that allowed us to offer a reliable, customizable, and scalable solution for both package level and wafer level. We've started 30 years ago. I mean, we started with memories, but then we covered SoC logic devices, mixed signal, digital, and for your reference, our first equipment for wide bandgap devices was released in 2016. So at the end of this path. And I would like also to highlight an important cooperation. Of course, we cannot provide everything, and I would like also to highlight important partnership, important cooperation we have in field. For instance, with a top tier automation partner to deliver solution for high throughput and also high volume production environment. Finally, our offer includes also the design, development, and production of device test boards, test program, debug, development, debug, and release, and of course, post-sales support and burn-in services. So the offer is really
it's wide.
Yeah.
Good.
And what is the most important pillar, in my opinion?
Yeah.
The R&D.
Yeah.
The focus on the innovation and the R&D and the R&D activities. Just for your reference, in 2024, more than 12% of our revenues were dedicated to R&D activities. Investment focused on mainly on expanding our capabilities on new for next generation devices.
Okay, this is important, of course.
The key words for R&D activities are hardware and software modularity, design reuse, and data logging,
is important
data
everywhere.
analysis, because of course considering the impact of the cost of the device on the entire chain, we must support the customer on also on this field. And what's the target? The target is to maintain this technological leadership, not only on wide bandgap devices, but also, for instance, on digital application and mixed signal by applying the same method.
Thank you, Andrea. So let's. You are covering a lot of topics in this regard. You started from memory. Now, the big topic that is running also during here at PCIM is wide bandgap semiconductor. So EDA is well recognized for burn-in test and burn-in and testing solutions, especially for, as I said, the next generation of semiconductor like silicon carbide, gallium nitride, maybe also ultra wide bandgap. This is another story probably. So what are the main challenges related to burn-in and testing of silicon carbide and gallium nitride devices? How you are also working on to be prepared to tackle the challenges now, but also in the next futures with the advent of electrification, for example?
For sure, all of us know very well that the future of wide bandgap devices is incredibly promising. This material, let me say, have redefined a new paradigm in terms of energy efficiency and also heat management. Burn-in and testing of wide bandgap devices involve, for sure, significant technical challenges due to the higher voltages, power density, and requirement in terms of thermal management. This material have behavior totally different from traditional silicon and required specially designed test system. EDA Industries, as I said, in 2016 released the first equipment for burn-in on SiC devices.
2006. 2016. And 16.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. And let me say that currently our solution for standard burn-in on wide bandgap devices, both at package level and wafer level, must be considered consolidated. However, we are for sure aware that there are still critical challenges on which that are driving the activities of our R&D. First of all, high production cost.
Okay.
We know very well the dramatic impact.
Cost is everywhere.
Of the low yield characterizing the wide bandgap devices. Secondly, the complexity in the integration of this material in the manufacturing processes, and also they are simple technologies, but they are relatively young, and qualification standards are continuously evolving, and new trials every year are required by the market.
So indeed, so thank you for sharing these challenges. Let's analyze about these points. So also to conclude, to wrap up this interview, and thanks a lot for your time, Andrea. Anyway, so let's understand the next strategic growth initiative, and tell me more about these points to conclude.
We have a lot of projects running, but I want to highlight three main projects.
Okay.
The first one refers to an effective solution for very high volume production. We are convinced that in addition to classic standard burn-in, both at package and wafer level, there is a third way to go. And we are cooperating with an important automation partner on this topic. In a few months, we will have the chance to return to this topic more into detail.
Nice. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, first prototype is under release.
Okay.
Then, of course, the path toward the industrialization will be not immediate.
Sure.
But by the end of Q2, early in Q3, we can discuss again about this
keep me posted.
Topic. Yeah, for sure.
Good.
Second point, voltages more and more higher, arching phenomena. It is one of the most critical points to be managed.
Indeed.
I don't want to go more into detail for this topic, but I only want to highlight that we are working on a different mechanical architecture that will be very effective in preventive arching during burn-in. Also, in that case, the release of the first prototype is foreseen in Q3, and so Q3, Q4. So we are speaking of H2, so 2025 in any case.
Good.
Finally, as I said, the qualification standards are more and more continuously evolving, and for 2025, let me say that a key word for us will be dynamic. We are releasing a new solution for covering dynamic trials, also in moist environment. So I think that these three topics are the most important for
three
us.
big topics.
In addition to this, I also want to confirm that the important investment plan defined by our property in 2024 has been confirmed, even in presence of a difficult market situation. I'm referring to, for instance, to the new plant just opened in Malaysia.
Yes.
A new plant close to be about to be open in Catania. And also strategic partnership focused not only on sales, but also to guarantee us global support. So the key message I'd like to leave is that at EDA we are not only adapting ourselves to the market challenges, but we try to have an impact on it. To shape it as much as possible.
Great point. So this is wide band gap, SiC GaN, but also testing, burn-in, and related will be important also for the next.
Yes. For instance, for wafer level burn-in, we could also. It could be a matter of discussion in the coming months, not only for wide band gap devices.
Okay, good. So you will tell me more about this one next month.
Of course, of course.
Thank you, Andrea. Thanks a lot for your time. It's been a pleasure, and stay in touch. Have a good show at PCIM.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Same to you.
Thank you so much.